Alright, hey nerds, Sages here. I'm going to be looking over a few things. You may be wondering what this video is about. Well, it's about a number of things. First off, everything from questions I usually get about series I do, to what I think is going to happen, etc, etc, etc. But basically, these are a series of questions I usually get when it comes to, well, everything. So, we're going to just start off with the easier questions and kind of branch our way out and see how well it goes. And this, there's all sorts of questions from, hey, what do you think is going to be in the winter banner, to, hey, you know, why is this not here? So, you know what? We'll just start off with one of those questions. I keep getting asked the question, hey Sages, where is Hero's profile? You claimed that there was going to be a trailer of it, and, well, okay, I'll show you. So, this is After Effects over here on the side, and as you can see, these are all of the scenes, the images, and everything that goes in. I'm not going to be able to scrub through it because After Effects uses up so much space. So much space. As you can see, there's things like media placeholders. This is where I would put my media, things like this picture here, a Fjorm, and basically, all of this goes into certain scenes, like, you know, scenes with, just to give you an example, here are the normal burn-in effects for your, like, to give the effect of a drawn-on appearance. And as you can see right now, that one's blank, but there are of course other ones. I forget which one we were actually on. This is image 36, and I'm just gonna scrub through it a bit. Hopefully my computer doesn't explode, but you know, running a bunch of things. And as you can see, it's all a part of this, and it's all a part of these animations. These animations then go forward and say, let's see here. God, I'm not entirely sure which one that would be, and I'm pretty sure it's 3. It might not be 3, but... And then it's going to load up that. I think it's actually 2 now that I think about it. As you can see, there's, you know, all sorts of animations for them to being drawn on to a piece of paper. It's been chaotic, to say the least, to get everything going. And the reason why it's been taking so long is because most of these animations usually have a simple effect to transition, because this is a template. You know, the idea is to be able to replicate it well enough so it can be done again and again for a kind of stylized MOBA appeal kind of thing. But unfortunately, it's been a constant struggle to actually get these to work, because occasionally the effects cause problems, and I've been working on it. Thankfully, most of that work is done. I would prefer that it go live and actually be as good as it can be, as opposed to trying to rush it out and try to get it set up to be something it isn't, if that can give you any idea of what's going on. So yeah, that's been the simple appeal here, trying to get this all set up to go, to give you an idea, and giving you footage and something that would be fun and interesting to look at. Unfortunately, that is not what I was hoping it would be. Did I really only go to scene... Is it really only scene 1? I don't remember. Anyways, but then of course there's all sorts of other things to work on. As you can see, these are all placeholder effects. It doesn't really have anything going on in them. So yeah, that's the basic idea there, guys, and that's why it's taking so long. So yeah, that's After Effects. It's a nightmare at times. If you've ever used an Adobe product that requires that much going on, then you probably know very well how After Effects and Adobe products tend to work occasionally. Especially some things more like Premiere or After Effects. Alright, so, I did record the lines for that, and it should be up soon. Very soon. Again, I don't want to give a date now, because last time I gave a date, it just didn't work out. It'll appear soon. I want it to be perfect. Anyways, next up. What do you think is going to be in the winter banner? Santa Robin? A Tharja with, you know, a bell of some sort. That's all I really got. I really want Santa Hector. We've already kind of gone over this. Next up, let's see. Hey, Sages, will you ever do another SAGS reviews? Do you guys remember that at all? SAGS reviews. I think we did characters like, I remember for a little while we did Gordon. We did Baruka. Characters like that, where I did it in a format where I was a character who was really nervous and not able to really talk about anything, and he would stammer and he would not be able to really do things correctly, and he would say things. The builds were accurate for the most part, but they were just, it was meant to be chaotic and kind of just comedic. I don't know if anyone's really interested in seeing more SAGs reviews, but if you guys are, tell me in the comments. I'll try working on one. Give me a character you'd like me to do for that. You could even come up with your own funny name if you want. I really have no idea. When it comes to this, I like having the more comedic things going on with that, so... And usually with those, I write a script. So, yeah, when it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm game to try, but it really depends on a few things. One, being able to be creative with the comedy, you know, make something that's actually funny. And two, being able to actually, you know, work with that. It's kind of a give and take there. And because of it, it takes a little bit longer. It's kind of like how Hero's Profile took so long. It's taking so long. Damn you, After Effects. Man. Sages, are you ever going to level up a bunch of units? Yes, actually. I'm going to be doing a bunch of things. I'm going to be doing streams where I level up and create builds in front of you guys from here on out when it comes to characters, and they'll be, I wouldn't say semi-daily, but daily enough that you guys can come and join me and just, you know, hang out with me in a chat-based functionality. Possibly on YouTube, maybe on Twitch, because I want to try and get partnership on Twitch, but yes, I'm going to be doing that, so you guys can come hang out with me, and I'll show you how I'm going to build a character. And since I have all these resources, I'm going to start really working on that, creating a really sizable army for everything. Next up, let's see here. I have a few more written down. Excuse me, I've been having to go through a lot today. Okay, Sages, what do you think is... Oh, God. What do you think the next weapons are going to be that they're going to be adding to the weapon refinery? Well, I'm pretty sure they're going to be adding a bunch of other weapons that we need upgraded. For some reason, they touched on weapons like Haute Claire, which was already pretty good, and then they made it even better, which is great. Don't get me wrong, Haute Claire has really needed a buff, but when it comes to weapons that I feel people really need... Where are you, Roy? God, I'm having trouble finding you today. Binding Blade is surely getting outclassed, and of course, you could probably add Distant Counter into that, because technically, his weapon had that in his game. There's also, of course, I don't know if I actually have a George I can actually show you, at least one that's readily available. Let's see. George, are you down here, buddy? George of the jungle. Do you exist? God, I'm gonna have to scroll all the way down. As you can see, resources. That's why I'm gonna be doing the daily, semi-daily streams where I build a character. Let's see here. As you can see, this was a other one, but I kind of forgot that he actually had his own legendary weapon, Parthia, which... Phew, effective against flying units, grants res +4 during combat if initiating attack. Not the best, but that does need to be looked into. Those are probably my top two choices. Partly because it's weird. Those are the weapons that happened before we actually had a like you'll notice that the earlier banners and the earlier characters tended to be kind of oddities in how they functioned. Like, occasionally we'd get a good one that came out and we were like, oh, that's cool, but a lot more of the units nowadays, they tend to be focused on what they're good at. A lot of the times, they come with some abilities that function in what, you know, is intended to be them. You know, so Leia came with a fire sweep bow, sword, so she was able to do that kind of stuff. But, yeah. Outside of that, well, tonight we should know some details, hopefully. I don't know if it's going to be tonight. It might be tomorrow night, now that I think about it. Because that ends on Sunday. And usually when it comes to telling us about characters and things like that, they usually are going to reveal it either... they're going to reveal things either Thursday or Friday. It's hard to say, but that's just how it is. And a lot of you have been asking me, Sages, is the Warriors map coming back? According to that data miner, it should be happening around the 15th or 16th, which is about the time the roadmap stops conveniently actually adding events. So, I'm pretty sure, almost entirely sure, and so don't worry. Stop worrying about it, it's probably going to happen. Anyways, catch you nerds later, thanks for watching, and be sure to tell me in the comments below what you think. Alright, catch you later, nerds!